Hello, my name is Alex J. Hong. For this presentation, we will be discussing about the importance of literacy for the 21st century teacher. The big question we're going to ask in this presentation is, why is literacy education important? Namely, why should a 21st century teacher teach or spend the time to create and plan lessons based around literacy? Now, before I divulge into the importance of literacy, let's first discuss about what is literacy. What does it mean? Well, if you were to type in literacy in the Google search bar, this means the ability to read and write. Now, literacy also has another definition, which is competence or knowledge in a specified area. Now, the first definition, the ability to read and write, is obviously worded much differently, and it does have very different connotations to competence or knowledge in a specified area. However, we will discuss in this presentation that these two definitions have some connection with each other. Namely, the ability to read and write, the level of a student to show his or her ability to read and write can actually coincide with showing his or her competence or knowledge in a specified area. Now, to answer the big question, why should I, or a teacher of the 21st century, spend the time and energy to teach literacy to their students? Well, there are two sets of values I wish to discuss in this presentation. Namely, the first value of literacy is the academic value that literacy possesses. It does come as no shock that a student who has very high literacy skills can probably do they will do very well in school, actually. But I wish to divulge more into the fact of not only how should a teacher teach literacy skills using the literacy strategies that I will discuss in this presentation, but also that literacy is not just in English class. Literacy can also be applied to many different classes in school. Actually, I might even just argue that literacy is found in every class. Science, social studies, my goodness, my brain is just farting today. Oh my. Social studies, math can be one as well. Now, I wish to discuss another set of values known as the life value that literacy possesses. Now, I'll divulge into this more later on, but to keep it brief, literacy does have a lot of values in life, mainly due to the fact that now that the world we live in, a student that is not proficient in literacy may not find success, or dare I say, they will have a very hard time in traversing the 21st century due to the fact of just how technological and how globalized we live in. Now, before I begin divulging into each of these specific values, there are three main points of literacy I wish to discuss in this presentation. We have reading, writing, and speaking. Reading is obviously the comprehension of text, how to understand text, how to read text, and how to get information from text. Writing is the ability to write sentences and thoughts as coherent and as clear as possible so that a reader will understand what your student is thinking about. Speaking is for a student to effectively communicate with his or her thoughts towards other people. Now, on our next part, I will discuss the academic portion of literacy. And in the academic portion, I will discuss the reading, the writing, and speaking portions in academia. So I will see you in the next part.